Hello, everyone. Finally, welcome to the last episode of Season 1 of Green and Clean YouTube channel. If you remember my first episode, I started Season 1 with the intention of targeting people who are in the verge of going for an EV or are doubting certain things that are said about EV, or people who spread all these false news or false facts about EVs. And I try to cover each one of them through various episodes in this season. So season 1 was purely meant to compare mostly with ICE and the EV car, or what we have today versus what will probably replace what we have today. So that's the comparison I was making in all these episodes. All I wanted to say is that every walk of life, there is going to be a time when a change comes up upon us. It could be anything. I can give an example of, let's say, the mobile phone industry, right? So Nokia phones were quite popular. Everybody thought that that's it and that's going to be the future. But then the Apple and the iPhones and the Samsungs came. Of course, Apple came first. The iPhones came first, and then changed the whole game. So everybody is now moving is on a smartphone. So there is a disruption. So there is a change in the way things were working. You can take the case of internet. We were on broadband connections with a very slow speed, and then that changed to now 5G and fast internet connection. So everybody is on internet on a very fast connection. So that's how the things will change. And in the case of our automobile industry, I think this is the moment when things will change from what we had for the last, let's say, 100 years, and what we'll probably have in the next, I won't say 100 years, but next significant number of years. So this is that moment of change. We've had ICE cars for nearly 100 years. They did a great service to us. It solved a lot of problems, but as you go along, you will find something which is better than what we have today, and that's what EV cars are. ICE cars are the number one cause of air pollution, and there is a dire need to improve the air quality around us and contribute in this green environment mission, right? So that's where the EV cars are playing a big role. While that is the first motivation for you, I through this season 1 series, I have covered everything, all the doubts that a non EV owner might have, starting from range anxiety, the battery life, the charging infrastructure, the pollution analysis, the cost of ownership of EV. So in every aspect, I find that EV is a clear winner, and I don't see any reason why somebody would not want to go for a EV. So that's my personal opinion, and I can tell you that 1 year back, this time, I was not an EV fan. I was just a fence sitter like most of you. I doubted a lot of things about EV, just like some of you might be doubting right now. But it took me some time, and it took me uh, a, a chance to own an EV and then realize what is really the scenario when you actually have an EV, right? So my perception about EVs changed after I started owning. So and I can tell you that I am not a minority in that case. A lot of owners, once they make a switch from ICE to EV, they almost never want to go back. According to some survey, some survey said that 51% of EV owners want to go back to ICE. I don't believe that survey, but there are some other surveys that are made across the world, and that number is 91%, meaning 91% of the EV owners don't want to go back to ICE cars. And I think that is the truth. 91% of the EV owners like the EV and want to continue, and that is the message I wanted to carry forward. So it just takes some initiative from your side, that when you opt for an EV and when you start owning it, that's when you realize the benefits. You can't simply talk negative things about EV without having tried an EV. I know there are some people who have tried an EV and have had bad experience. Completely agreed, completely respect that, but a majority of the cases, that's not a true scenario. So most of the people are happy with EV and would want to go for another EV or continue with an EV. So with this series, with this season, I'm not going to just force nobody can force you to just change from an ICE car to an EV car. If you have an ICE car and if you are enjoying it, do use it. But if you are somebody who is looking to change the car or looking for a new car, then it's time that you start looking at EV as a serious option and not just dismiss it like, oh, EV is like a toy car. I can't go long distances in EV. Batteries have issues. I need to replace batteries. So there is a lot of things that are being said, and that is said because there's a huge oil industry which thrives on the ICE cars to be prevalent, right? So that's where this conflict comes. So if all cars were to be EV, then it is going to be a mass disruption in the oil industry, even the manufacturing industry. So there's going to be a lot of repercussions. So that's why some of the things that are said about EV are to push this propaganda. So it is not really true. So I don't want to talk on and on about this. I've already spoken enough. I wanted to restrict each episode to 10 to 15 minutes. So some of them I'm able to achieve, but some episodes were really long, especially the pollution and the cost analysis episodes. I hope you have watched it patiently and got the point. So that's all about it. So with this, I'm ending this season 1, which is after I think how many 10 episodes. I'm going to end this season 1, and I'm hoping that I'll come back with season 2 only talking about various things about EV. So it is only going to be more going more deeper into EV. Have not decided on content. I first need to dig the content and then prepare the material. Until then, so there's going to be a small break before hopefully I'll come back for season 2. So thank you everyone for being with me for all these episodes. Thanks for watching season 1, and see you again in season 2. Good luck with whatever you want to buy, ICE or EV. Thank you.